Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show at the AshleyMadison.com studios. Ashley Madison just emailed me and said someone named Andrew has just contacted.
We're not even married yet.
Well, some people like to start early. They'll help you cheat on anybody. You don't have to be married. I mean, they'll help you deceive anyone you know.
It's full service.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm here with Maggie Gray, of course, from some cable show. Sports Illustrated. Now, what's it like to work for that company? I heard they're like a very conservative, scary company.
Look at that book that I brought you back there. Does that say conservative?
Yeah, it might say, yeah.
No, they're an
Where's
older
the midget?
company. It's in the inside. They're an older company, but it's an established company. I was really nervous walking in there the first day. The fraud anxiety was really high that first day. But the people there are so smart and so creative and just welcoming and nice. I don't know.
Name two smart people you've met there.
Peter King.
Okay, but he's not. I mean, he's
Tom
like
Verducci.
Little
Verducci.
people porn.
Now, is that guy arrogant, Verducci?
No, Verducci's great.
How often does he come on to you?
Never.
He's a very virile Italian man, Verducci. I can tell.
He's
and
got
he
great
shows
hair.
off. He shows off sometimes. Does he throw a stat out that you're like, whoa? You know, I mean, is he trying to impress you?
Tell me again, Tom. No. He's a great. This is how good he is, right? The guy is an amazing writer.
All right, I'm bored with this.
First time on television, first season that he's doing sideline reporting on television, nominated for an Emmy.
Man.
Second season he wins.
You know, if this were the Kennedy Center Honors for Tom Verducci, that'd be great. No, I like Verducci.
I'm a president of his fan
He's
club.
actually really anti-steroids. That guy- He's a guy who said nobody who even
He's not
came-
voting for anybody who is even somewhat linked.
Yeah.
He's always been like that.
Now, I heard he's in the mob. Is that true?
Cannot confirm nor deny that.
Tell me up about that. So can we guess which Andrew you're dating? Some of the listeners have guesses.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you dating?
Galata?
Are you dating Andrew Luck?
No. He's a little young, I guess, for me, which is
Would you leave your fiance for Andrew Luck?
no.
If he shaved?
Maybe. Stanford guy, though. You guys got to stick together.
Yeah. Well, now, how did you meet Andrew?
We met watching a Mets game in Chinatown.
That's the worst start to a relationship I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I guess we met in a bar. I know. It could have gone really. It was April, so they were still in it.
Now, is he one of those Met fans, like an Irish guy with red hair who wears green socks?
No, he's not Irish. His family's like off the boat, like the Mayflower. Old.
Off the boat? So is he a racist?
No.
Did his family ever involved in a lynching?
No, they're from upstate New York.
How do you know that? You don't know that for sure.
They're from New Hampshire and like
They
Massachusetts.
lynched people in what, no, Massachusetts. Never lynched a guy. Grow up, sweetie.
Only women.
Wake up and know who you're marrying.
They
They
only
lynched the witches.
Yeah, they only hated women there. Not
Is it
men.
Andrew Wiggins? The phenom, the basketball phenom?
You know, Dan, I didn't think I'd get found out that quickly. I'm dating a college freshman.
That's right.
Andrew Wiggins.
And here come the
figured.
police. Take me away.
Well, we have here a little list that we compiled. 20 things every woman should try to do before tying the knot.
Is it serious?
Yeah, we have a list here. Dan
Wow.
got it.
Okay, thank you.
Dan does
man.
a lot of borderline girly things.
I feel like, is this my bachelorette party? I feel like this is going to...
Listen, I got you a list of things all girls should do before they tie the knot. Okay. Yeah, this is my audition for the View spot that's going to be opening up.
You'd be great on The View.
Yeah, right.
It'd be a twist.
It would be. You're right.
You know?
I think it would be a lot like this conversation.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you. Tuesday and Thursday, Mario Cantone.
I love Mario. He'd be great on it. Okay, travel with your sisters and/or closet female friends. Not saying you can't do this after you get married, but lots of ladies agree there's something especially liberating, eye-opening, and bond-bolstering about doing it beforehand. What? Travel with your sister's friends?
I don't have a sister.
What does that mean, Dan?
I didn't write it. I guess travel with the
Well, you
girls.
handed it to me.
Okay.
Travel with the
So
girls.
Somebody highlighted it to me.
Yeah.
Does anyone,
I've traveled with the girls. I've done that trip. It was
anyone here
fun.
speak,
girls' trip.
Anyone
That's
here
what they're saying.
speak fluent wuss? Travel with your future spouse. Have you done that?
Oh, yeah. That was actually one of the great things that kind of sealed the deal for me. We travel so well together.
Did you ever go visit a spot where his family originally bought slaves?
Part of the tour.
Sweetie, I mean, you got to stay out of denial. I mean, it's like in the Mayflower, they were all racist.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you're racist.
No, I can't believe that I just thought about this.
You're not racist by association.
I should call it off.
In the Mayflower, we're talking about the 1600s. I mean, their views have changed.
Do you think? Well, that's my.
Well, we just think that it's different that his family came over on the Mayflower and my family probably came over in steerage, like third class,
right
on the bottom.
Well, what is your nationality?
I'm Lithuanian.
Right.
Both sides.
So I guarantee he lynched one of your ancestors. That's what they do.
It's like they're actually just raging anti-Semites.
That's what they do.
Yeah. They waited till now to tell me.
I'm like the sleaziest guy trying to pick up. That's what they do, sweet. Come with me. My family's never lynched a person. But why don't you ask? What if you ever overheard him using the N-word or something? Would you break up with him?
The shock would just be. I would die of shock.
He never uses the N-word.
God no.
But he never bets on a Knick game or anything. No, I mean that's my family. We're a bunch of dirtbags. Well, what would be? We'll get rid of this list. I'll ask my question.
What would be a deal breaker?
Yeah.
Well, if he cheated on me, it'd be a deal breaker, but he would never do that. Or I
yeah?
hope he won't.
Andrew Bynum. Is it Andrew Bynum?
It's Andrew Bynum. Only when he has his hair, like when he looks like he ironed it with an iron on his head.
Yeah. Andrew Cuomo.
He's dating a chef, TV chef, Sandra Lee. No,
Really? Oh yeah, Sandra Lee.
I
yeah.
am a woman. I know this.
Yeah, she's got to be so terrible in bed. That Sandra Lee.
Her show is called Semi-Homemade.
She's a mannequin.
She is Barbie doll.
You know what I mean? She's got no you have style. You have rhythm.
But think about it, like he's so politically, like so aspirational. Like you can't have a real spouse if you have dreams and ambitions that big.
Yeah.
You just need like a mannequin.
Well, a politician needs someone to cheat on. Look at Elliot Spitzer.
Yeah, he rebounded nicely.
What are the other deals? If he hit you, of course, forget about it.
I can't even.
Is it Andrew Dice Clay?
You know, he was so good in the movie Blue Jasmine. Did you guys see that movie?
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah, she's amazing in it.
Did you think Dice was? I thought that was a good role
He's
for
a good
him.
actor.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
I mean, he's playing Dice, but like that was.
Now, is your guy a little like Dice or no?
He doesn't have a lot of dice in him. No. No leather jackets or anything. He doesn't smoke.
Does he ever tell his friends, "So I'm banging Maggie"?
And everyone vomits.
I don't know. This guy's got a dark side. I'll get to it. What does he do for a living?
He's a mechanical engineer. He's Ivy League educated. I'm thinking about this like later on down the road when my broadcasting career is over and I'm like a washed up hag. He'll be really smart, can bring home the bacon.
You know what you can do really well with those skills? Make a noose. Open your eyes, Maggie.
Andrew Galata. Is it Andrew
Yeah,
Galata?
Andrew Galata.
Who's he? A boxer?
Yeah.
He was the first person who Mike Tyson, I think, beat after he came out of jail.
Is that true?
Isn't that true?
I thought that was Robin Givens.
That was before prison.
Did you see Mike Tyson's one-man show?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you got to see it.
I saw it on the HBO special.
You got to
But
see
you and
it.
I talked about Tyson because he came on our show. Don't you guys know each other?
Me and Mike Tyson?
I thought you guys did.
No. I do like an impression of him that God forbid he ever hears about. It's not flattering. But, well, it sounds
You
like
should
him.
come on.
It sounds like him, But you got to see that as a sports fan. You saw it, right? It's unbelievable.
I mean, he's unreal.
He's a great storyteller.
He's an incredible storyteller, and he's a truth teller,
Right.
right? I mean, he's got the most incredible stories. And like, John, I think I said, this was when Mario was here. We were talking about this. We did a segment with him on the show, clearing up urban myths with Mike Tyson. So we took all these things that like we just heard were true
Right.
and asked him straight up, were they true?
And what'd he say?
They're true.
That's true. 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 Andrew the Wraitheth. True. Now, do you get intimidated that maybe he'll get mad at something and fly off the handle?
Who, Tyson?
Yeah. No, Peter King. Yeah, Tyson.
Yeah. I guess maybe I was a little bit, but I knew he's promoting his show. At this time, he was promoting the Fox show, Being Mike Tyson. So, I mean, he's promoting a show.
I'm glad he's cashing in. I love that guy.
Me too.
I felt bad for him. Do you think
He's
he was?
so complicated.
Do you think he was guilty of rape? Do you think he got railroaded?
No, I don't. I actually think that if you go back and read the case, like there's a great book that's all about this case. And essentially, there's so many things that, so many twists and turns where Tyson, it's very complicated, I'll put it that way, but like his lawyer that was assigned to him was like a tax lawyer and no criminal.
Right, no, exactly.
It was like Don King essentially put him in jail.
Don King got him a tax attorney. He did.
Essentially, Don King, and this is the way that the book kind of paints it. Like Don King sort of put Mike Tyson in jail because that is the best way he could negotiate with him.
Yeah.
How do you negotiate with somebody? When they're behind bars, they don't really have a lot of leverage. And so he was able to do that. I mean, you got to read for yourself and kind of make your own judgment. But he got railroaded.
And Don King stole his money.
Stole his money. I mean,
Right.
Don King's a terrible person.
Whoa,
and Tyson
whoa.
says he's forgiven him, which I think
Really?
is, I can't even get there as a human that you would be able to forgive him.
Well, because he's a nice guy. Maybe he's a nice guy. Maybe
I
he's
think
got,
it's part of his recovery.
I'm forgiving you. I have Jesus in my heart. I don't know. He seems a little aggravated at the chick who accused. I think he got railroaded. I do.
Well, think about it. So he gets brought in to be a judge at this beauty contest, right? She shows, and I'm
Good
listen,
idea.
right? Terrible in hindsight, terrible idea. But I think there was a setup there, and I think that there was something with this is Desiree Washington, I believe her name was, and her father, and she was really religious, and I think there were just like a lot of things there.
Oh, sure, she's real religious.
Well,
Come on.
I think that was, and also that was part of it, though. I think maybe if her family had found out that she was having intercourse with someone, they would have shamed her about it. I don't know.
Are you religious?
No, I was raised conservative Jewish.
Well, that's religious.
Yeah.
I mean, do you?
I don't go to temple often now, though. But yeah, I had a bat mitzvah. The pictures are terrible.
Does
I have
Andrew
braces.
know this?
Artie, I figured it out. It's Andrew Perloff, McLovin.
Well, is that his name, Andrew? Perloff?
Hello, Andrew
That's a good
Perloff.
one.
I figured it out.
His wife is beautiful. Talk about outkicking your coverage.
Yeah.
McLovin.
I know. Wait to see a picture of me and John's
Right.
better halves. I mean, mine. I don't even look. We don't look like
She's-
we're in the same species.
Honestly, Adrian, she's gorgeous.
There's currently 5 lawyers working on the prenup.
She's like she's like beautiful, classy.
Calm down.
Okay.
You know,
Fan. Met her for 20 minutes.
and alas, what we have in common, we both date racists. Well, I don't know. I think you should just. How long have you known the guy for?
5 years.
That's long enough.
I'm dating 5 years.
Yeah. Are you gonna have
Oh,
kids?
wow.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We talk about it. We want to have kids.
Is that gonna affect your career? You're a career girl.
I mean, I can be a human, right? I can have a kid,
Well, no, yeah, sure.
right?
But
I
it's
think
gonna
it's
affect
good.
your.
I think that you should do stuff like that. I think that I feel bad for women who feel like they can't do it just because their career. I mean, I don't
See,
know.
I love telling people they can't do it because of their career, because it gives me the upper hand. No, how does Andrew deal with the fact that you make way more money than him?
I don't make way more money than him.
A mechanical drawer? I mean,
No, mechanical engineer.
whatever.
Andrew McCutcheon. Is it him? He just got engaged?
He just got engaged on the Ellen Show. I thought that was kind of cool.
On the Ellen Show?
Yeah, you didn't see that? It was over the break, I think.
Yeah,
you like-
supposedly it wasn't
saw
like
that.
planned.
Dan,
Oh, yeah.
Dan, you saw the Ellen episode.
Yeah, I did.
I know, of course you did.
And I like how Dan then asked you, well, yeah, you didn't see that? It was over the break.
Yeah, no.
But Ellen's hilarious. I
The
mean,
only-
you say funny is funny, right? Ellen's funny.
Ellen is, I mean, in my opinion, she's the direct opposite of funny.
Really?
She's disgustingly annoying.
I didn't know that.
I mean, look, she's way more successful than me, and people are going to hate me and not her. But I know for a fact, too, she's a terrible person.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
shame.
Treats people like crap.
Hey,
All right, whatever.
I don't.
Fall for it. What do you like about that show when she dances?
I don't watch very often. I think the dancing is really funny.
You like
though.
when all the housewives go, oh, it's dancing.
Isn't that? I can't believe they do that every day.
It's disgusting. Neither, it's on television.
I know.
Do you think Ellen's funny?
I've never watched anything she's done.
Her stand-up is funny.
I watched the Andrew
No.
McCutcheon thing
What's
because
your
it was a clip on I don't know, ESPN or something.
What's your favorite stand-up joke of Ellen DeGeneres?
Well, when she's like looking at herself, her like back in the mirror, when she's like trying on jeans, doing like the I don't know, YouTube it. It's pretty good. It's just funny.
I believe you.
This is what
I do.
happened.
I
It's
believe
funny.
you.
This is I'm just showing you the silence that can happen in
Okay.
stand-up.
I don't know. That's why I would never do it.
Tell that joke again, and I'll
No.
show you what it's like.
No, I'm not walking back into that.
Mike, tell a joke. Watch.
I don't know what one to tell.
When you're a stand-up comic and you can hear the air conditioning,
I know what it's like when
That's
there's even
rough.
a half second of silence on our show and how uncomfortable that can feel.
Right.
I can't imagine what it's like on stage.
I know. Women hate half seconds of silence. They like to fill all that with insults.
All of it. Just chatter.
You're fat. You're a loser. You suck. What? Well, it sounds like you have the greatest relationship of all time.
I'm lucky.
Yeah. Now, Andrew is a WASP. And
Yeah.
you're Lithuanian Jewish.
Yep.
And you're making it work.
I know.
You're a reality show.
Yeah, well, we were living in a studio together. We really could have been a reality show.
Yeah,
One
maybe-
camera.
Maybe you go on Ellen's show one day. Kiss her ass.
I mean, if she'd have me.
What do you think of Portia de Rossi?
You know, she's funny in Arrested Development.
Hilarious. You like that show, Arrested Development, right?
You know, I actually don't really watch it.
Yeah. You probably love it.
I know.
We have nothing in common. I thought this was going to work out.
I'm sorry. I knew I was bound to disappoint you.
What do you TiVo? What's on? Do you TiVo Ellen?
No. TiVo. What do I TiVo? We were watching a lot of Homeland.
Oh, that's good.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
I watched Downton
What's that?
Abbey.
Oh, okay.
You
yeah.
know, the British drama.
I don't
I
understand
don't
British.
know that.
You don't know this one? It's like on PBS.
Mike
You guys
doesn't.
don't know there's like 10
I
million
do.
people watch this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dan
and I-
watches it, of
Dan
course.
watches
I actually,
a
and
lot.
I watch so much sports.
How many heterosexual males do you think watch Downtown?
Not a lot.
There's one, Dan.
Well, I mean,
There you
Dan
go.
is cultured.
But
I would have
Dan is slick with
man-on-man
broads.
sex.
He does that thing where he watches those shows. You know, it's like that. David Spade's like that. He's good with women because he watches the shows that you guys like.
Yeah.
We can't stand, but he puts in the time. So when he's talking to like an ex, she'll go, "Oh, that bag is so Chloe."
He's
Mike,
smart.
do your British accent for her.
Okay, let me just think of something to say. Hello, Maggie. You're very nice. Congratulations with your future fiancé, and good luck.
Does that
Dead
sound?
on.
Is that like you're
I was
watching
just in
Downtown
London.
Abbey?
I felt like I was back there.
Transported.
I love the Brits.
You do?
He does.
We got engaged
Yeah, I
in
know.
London, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's
he was really courageous. He proposed on the top of a cliff.
He probably
Could've
loves.
just
He
pushed
probably
him
loves
off.
London.
Yeah, being waspy.
Rich white
Oh,
people.
yes.
Yeah.
Back to the homeland.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You ever see
should've-
Buckingham Palace? That's not a black family's house.
Should have put that together.
Don't you think it's a little? Do you like the royal family? You probably buy into all that, right?
I think Kate Middleton's really pretty. I think she's a great dresser, and that's all I like it for.
Another thing, a great dresser, but she doesn't dress herself. Someone tells her what to
I
put
don't know.
on.
I like her outfits, and that is it.
I'd be a great dresser if someone told me what to put on.
I know. I wish someone would tell me what to put.
What about Pippa,
Doesn't do much for me.
What's Pippa?
The sister.
the sister?
God, it's like two
I feel
girls
like
talking.
I feel like she's got a dark side, right?
Oh, I don't.
She's got to
I'd
be
love
weird.
that dark side.
I
One
know.
time- one time
what do
Dan-
they say that she's got the armor and Kate's got the helmet? Something
Oh,
like that she's got
I
the
get
body
it.
and Kate's got the face.
I don't know. What do the girls say? She's got the armor. Kate's got the face. I'll tell you later. Dan came over to my uncle's house for Thanksgiving once, and he brought a red velvet cake. And my uncle Tommy, who likes to gamble on football, said, "Why'd you bring that?" He was actually mad at him. And he said, "Oh, it's from that episode of Sex and the City. Did you ever see that at Magnolia Bakery?" I'm like, I had to restrain my Uncle Tom from hitting him. No, he's a great guest, Dan. Very
That sounds
generous.
nice.
Yeah. It's like having a
I
brother.
brought cookies the last time and you weren't here.
3 hours of sports stories, the '85 Bears, '90s Cubs. I make one Sex and the City.
It will live
Blooper.
forever.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, it's better than your sports talk. He starts arguments with my uncles while they're trying to eat over like who has more
I did not
NBA
start
players,
an argument.
Chicago or New York.
Yeah, just look at the first round
Come on,
draft
Betty.
picks.
George Macon.
When's the
We're
last
trying
time
to
there
eat
was a New
turkey.
York State first round draft pick?
We're trying to say Grace, and he's like, George Macon sex. Now, what's your favorite sport?
I don't know. I have to cover everything now.
When's the last time you were this uncomfortable?
I love it here.
I don't know. I get a bad vibe from you.
Really? I like it here. I want to move in.
I don't think Andrew exists.
It's my big long con. I bought this myself.
Wait a minute.
No, here's why, because he's too perfect.
Mike starts dating a girl he won't talk about.
Yeah.
She
Coincidence?
was here a month ago.
Now, what would have to happen in the world, religious apocalypse-wise, for you to date Mike?
It'd be like when the atom was split for the first time. It'd have to be like that or like put back together. It's a massive explosion.
So what you're saying, Mike is not as good a guy as Andrew, not a catch?
I don't know Mike too well, but I'm good with what I got.
Well, I mean,
I'm sticking with
there's a
what I
lot
got.
of things Mike has, Andrew doesn't. The gout. Mike, what do you think of this guy, Andrew? Sounds like a real scumbag.
First of all, I adore Maggie. She's very nice. And
What were the odds of that?
Thank you, Mike.
One of the things on the what to do before you get married is live alone, not with your parents. So that wipes Mike out right there.
What is it?
He still has
Live
to
alone,
accomplish
not
that.
with your mom
You're
and
right,
dad.
Dan. Don't
That-
start in because I'll let you have it, Danny, because you know what? You wanker.
Would it turn you off if a guy, a potential suitor, was 52 and living at home?
How old am I in this scenario? Am I like 51? Because then maybe I'd think about it.
You're 111.
I think I'd have myself a real catch.
Do you live healthy? Do the people in your family live a long time?
Knock on wood, yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, my grandmother lived to be 86, but kept telling everyone she was 80. She had a tremor, so she'd shake. But they would gave her injections of botulism. Actually, would steady your head and steady your hands.
what a pleasant story.
No, essentially,
Isn't
it's
that what Botox
It's Botox, right?
Pleasant anecdote.
No, this is Botox. My grandma was 86 years old, living in South Florida. The doctor used to leave a little at the bottom and put it in her forehead and put it in her face.
What,
She looked
botulism?
amazing.
Botulism?
Botox.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Has
My
it- has it-
Nana looked great.
How many times has Andrew had Botox?
He's rugged looking.
All right, I'm sure he is. Well, listen, we got to go.
Handsome.
We got to go. And in a week, Maggie will be back.
Will you come back on our show?
Yeah, of course I
Okay.
will.
I'm
Just
gonna set it up.
don't ask any creepy questions. Let's just keep it to sports.
If Peter's not there, will you still come back?
Yeah, sure. Sure, yeah, whatever.
I'm trying to get Verducci.
Call my agent.
Little people porn.
Peter just won Sports Writer of the Year for the third time.
Yeah, like that's
Really?
Not, that's a rigged
Great
contest.
job. That's amazing.
So Verducci hates his guts. Is there jealousy there?
No, Verducci's got the Emmys. Peter's on TV too. I mean, what do they have to be jealous of each other? They're both like, reign supreme in their sports.
Right. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that you're telling the truth. All right, listen, Maggie, you're always great. You got a great
Thank
sense
you.
of humor.
Thanks.
Much luck. Let's watch Real Time with Maggie Gray on HBO.
Oh, God willing.
Back with Jeff Dye, very funny guy. After this, thanks, man. You're great. Very good sense of
I
humor.
love
You know
being here.
sports. You're a catch.
Thank you.
Andrew is a jerk.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.